It's the 64 Showcase! Next turn upcoming. Last 10 turns, we are halfway through this game. It has been quite an exciting one so far, considering we keep getting battle minigames. Oh my goodness. A full 40 coins in the pot. So far there hasn't been anything higher than a 10 coin bet. And we are playing bumper balloon cars once again. Let's see who can take this on this time. Oh, Yoshi, a 2-for-1 sale, taking first place right away. Though Wario does by default take second in this case. I believe the way that the coin prize in battle minigames is distributed is by thirds. They're divided up that way, and the majority of the coins goes to the first place player. Basically, a third of the coins goes to second place, and 2/3 of the coin goes to first place. But poor Yoshi losing 5 of those coins right away. Oh, and misses the bank space by 1 space. He would have gotten his coins back. Wario getting himself a 7. Is he going to buy an item? He is! Going for a golden mushroom. The golden mushroom, much like the regular mushroom, lets you roll multiple blocks at the beginning of your turn, but it lets you roll 3 blocks instead of 2. Upcoming, we have our next minigame, HexAHeat, which is essentially the minigame Mushroom Mix-Up from the first game. Toad holds up a flag, and players have to race to that color panel to avoid sinking into a lava-y death. Wario, not so lucky. A good strategy is to race back to the center of the board as soon as it starts coming back up. Poor Luigi getting knocked out, bouncing off of someone's head accidentally. It is also a legitimate strategy to try and get in the way of your opponent's jumps. If they bounce off your head, they could easily fall into the lava. Poor Yoshi doesn't quite make it in time. Mario takes another minigame victory. My goodness. My goodness gracious. I am hardly getting a chance to breathe here. This game is intense so far. Mario rolling himself a 7, probably going to steal some coins from good old Luigi here. It costs money to make money, but how much money will Mario get? Luigi's got to mash that imaginary A button in order to keep Boo off of him. Boo is typically pretty disappointed if he gets you under 20 coins, but 16 coins is nothing to sneeze at. Of course, Mario's about to lose 5 of them. Gets himself a blue space. Luigi coming up next. Let us see what he can do. Nothing very impressive. Poor Luigi is trailing behind quite a lot in this game. But there could be an upset. Who knows? A last turn chance time? Perhaps some shenanigans with the bonus stars. I don't really know. We'll just have to wait and find out. Next minigame, we have Lava Tile Isle. This is a brand new minigame to Mario Party 2. The players have to duke it out on a shifting platform of whatever these guys are called. I can't quite remember. They are for Mario 64. And just like that, Mario wins. I didn't even really get a chance to talk about that minigame, but it'll come up later, I'm sure. Next turn starting up. Mario hitting that dice block, getting a red space, unfortunately. And Luigi getting a 4, a respectable 4. That's still not making much progress. Yoshi grabbing himself a 6, visiting the item shop. Does he want something? Yes, he does. He also wants a golden mushroom. He wants those 3 dice blocks. Wario using his golden mushroom, trying to race to the star as quickly as possible, it seems. He does have enough to get it, just enough. He rolls a 5, he rolls a 6, he rolls a 4, giving himself a 15. Though that star is still pretty far away. 15 might not quite make it. I'm not sure. Let's see. He might just barely make it. If I'm remembering the board correctly. Oh, not quite. Still a couple spaces away. Oh, and he lands on the magic blue space, which forces him to take a ride on a shark over to the other island, ruining his chances of getting the star. Why that isn't a happening space, I don't know why. We haven't even seen a happening space yet. We haven't had a chance to explain a happening space yet. But regardless, we are going on to the next minigame. 1 versus 3, lights out. The 3 players are running around with light bulbs, and Mario is running around in the dark with a hammer. He has to try and gauge where he is in comparison to the other players when the lights go out and chase after them. Also, Wario getting stuck on Luigi! Wario, you could just run around Luigi! Oh dear. Well, Mario won. Getting himself another minigame victory. It's going to be pretty difficult to take down Mario. He's got a commanding coin lead, he's got 2 stars, he's got lots of minigames under his belt. Will anyone stand a chance against the reigning superstar? Oh, Luigi's stealing coins. If he has anything to say about it, he wants at least a shot at 2nd place. Because remember, 1st and 2nd will move on to the next round. The winner's round, so to speak. Gets himself a lot of coins and lands on a Bowser space. Landing on a Bowser space summons in Bowser, which will summon in a random event, usually in Bowser's favor. Bowser's Coin Potluck. Basically, every player has to give coins to Bowser, and there goes most of everyone's coins. 20 coins from each player. Yoshi and Wario didn't even have that much. Now Yoshi heading to the star, but running on empty in his coins. Gets a blue space, but that's not gonna buy him the star, no siree. Or Wario was right in front of that star, but as fate would have it, he lands on a happening space. Happening spaces cause random events to happen on the board depending on where they are. In this case, the ship in the background fires at the bridge and knocks everyone on the bridge back to start, putting themselves even farther behind in their attempt to get the star. Next, we've got another returning minigame, Handcar Havoc. Players have to work together to make their way to the end. If you fall off, you lose all chance of winning. And in this version of the minigame, your speed is pretty important. If you're not going fast enough, you will miss jumps. There are jumps in the track. I think it's pretty much the same track every time, though. It's a pretty close race, but I think Wario and Luigi take it. Yep. Just to barely squeak out a victory in front of Mario and Yoshi. Unfortunately, Mario does not claim another victory, but I think Luigi and Wario are probably happy about that. Wario claiming up to 2nd place. Next turn, Mario with a 2. Much exciting there. Everyone's stuck over on this first island currently because of happening space shenanigans. So it's anyone's guess who's going to be able to get that star next. Depending on how things play out, nobody might get that star. They could be stuck on this other island for the rest of the game. Who knows? Wario rolling a 3, finishing off the turn. We've got ourselves another 1 versus 3 minigame. It's a chance for Yoshi to get some coins. The Filet Relay. Everyone takes the role of penguins. More penguin adventures here on the 64 Showcase. This time, you are the penguin. Basically, Yoshi is on his own, and the 3 players he is competing against are working in a relay. It is very possible to get in the way of the one player when you're playing on the other side. But Yoshi squeaking out ahead. No, Wario! Wario taking the victory, leaving Yoshi behind. Their superpower of teamwork was a little too much for him to handle. I find typically the 3 players can get a victory a little more easily on that for whatever reason. And we are on the last 5 turns. Mario is in first, Wario is in second, Yoshi is in third, Luigi is in last. Who will be the superstar? We have a prediction from Koopa. Who does Koopa think will be the winner? It's Luigi! Which means Luigi gets a 10 coin bonus. And he kinda needs it. An important announcement, red and blue spaces are worth double coins now, and if you land on the same space as one of your opponents, a duel minigame will be triggered. You don't have a choice, unlike with the dueling glove in that case. Mario rolls himself a 9, getting away from his opponents and denying them any chance of getting a duel minigame currently. Mario also wants a mushroom, it seems, that is his preferred item. Luigi rolling a 3, paying in the bank, and getting a blue space for Luigi. Still no luck. But those blue spaces are now worth 6 coins, so you get a lot of more money typically on each turn. And Wario rolling himself a 6. Oh, that is going to land on the same space as Luigi, which means that we are going to see another duel. The player who lands on the space does trigger the duel and decide the amount in this case. Wario not going all his coins in. Saber swipes, that is what this minigame is called. Press that A, B, and Z in the right order as quick as possible. Luigi, again, pulling off a victory against Wario, claiming himself 13 coins, and leaving Wario with only 5. That's 2 times in a row Luigi has won a duel against Wario. I think we've got a bit of a rivalry going on here, wouldn't you say? 4-player minigame upcoming. Bombs away for the second time, I'm pretty sure. Yep, we definitely saw this earlier. Let's see who can pull off a victory this time. Ooh, going right towards the edge. Oh, Luigi getting shot. So does Wario. The cannonballs will typically land off the island. Oh, just like that. Yoshi takes the victory. Cannonballs typically land off the island and shake it around while bullet bills go right towards the island, it looks like. When you're commentating, you do get the opportunity to observe these minigames a bit closer and notice the finer details. Usually you're just in a blind panic focused on surviving. Mario, using his mushroom, trying to race towards that star as quickly as possible. He certainly has the coins for it. Not the most coins on the board, that actually goes to Luigi right now. Getting himself a 13. Does he want to pay the toll? I don't think so. 1, 2, 3, 4. Does not land on the magic blue space. That would have taken him right close to the star, I'm pretty sure. Luigi getting himself a 7, visiting the item shop. Oh, there is a magic lamp for sale. The magic lamp, when you use it at the beginning of the turn, it takes you right to the star. Basically, it is typically a 50 coin investment. You have to pay 30 for the lamp and pay 20 for the star. But when you're trailing behind like Luigi is with a lot of coins, it's usually worth the investment. Yoshi getting that magic blue space, being forced to pay 5 coins. It's really only you have to pay 2 coins because you, oh, well, actually you get a coin on the last few turns. I don't understand why that's not a happening space. It's never made sense to me. Next minigame is Platform Peril, another returning game from the first Mario Party. This one works much the same. Players have to jump across the platforms as best they can, though there's several different types of platforms this time. There's small platforms, there's conveyor belt platforms. They all mess with your jumps. Timing, there's moving platforms. There's a lot of different platforms. There's super teeny tiny platforms. Look how cute that platform is. And there are bonus coins floating around up above. Whoever gets to the end first, it claims victory. And usually it's really hard to tell who wins that minigame. I could have sworn Wario was about to win that. But Yoshi squeaks on just a pixel ahead, it seems. Gives himself 10 coins and 2 more coins. Everyone but Wario now has enough money to get that star, but you can almost guarantee Luigi is going to use his magic lamp at the beginning of his next turn and claim it. I don't think Mario got quite enough to get to it this turn. Nope, he is just a few spaces behind. Luigi using his magic lamp and summoning a genie to grant his wish. And the wish is always, can you take me to the star space? There he goes. Mushroom Kadabra! Flying around the world seems a bit like an extended trip. He has to go out into space in order to get to the star for some reason. And of course, Luigi wants the star, finally, after several turns already, putting himself on the board into second place currently. Where's the star next? The star is right up there. That is pretty close by. Every player is currently on the way. Yoshi can potentially take a shortcut here through the toll, but I don't think he has enough coins to take it. And after you use the mushroom, you do get to roll like normal. Luigi paying coins to the bank. There's 40 coins in the bank currently. Whoever might land on that bank space will get a lot of money. I wish that's how banks worked. Like every once in a while when you visit the bank, you just get all the money in the bank. That'd be cool. Yoshi taking the toll, getting a Bowser space. Oh no, depending on what goes on here, we might have a bit of an upset. Yoshi, not enough coins. 20 coins to Bowser. There goes all his money. His only hope was winning the minigame next turn, and now he doesn't even have that hope. And he cannot get the star. Though I guess he can't complain too much considering he didn't pay for his only star. And 2 Bowsers in the same turn. What is Bowser going to do next? He is tormenting these poor players. Bowser's Chance Time. This operates just like the normal Chance Time, except it only results in giving coins to Bowser. Chance Time? It's very difficult as those blocks spin to determine what happens. You have very little control over it. Luigi has to give 20 coins to Bowser right after he gets his first star. He gets almost all his money taken away from him. Tragedy after tragedy for poor Luigi. And we've got ourselves a 2 versus 2 minigame. Speed Hockey. This is a brand new minigame. Players take the role of hockey pucks, or not hockey pucks, the shell is a hockey puck. Take the role of players on this, like, I don't know what you call it, little hockey board. There's like a name for it. And you have to score 3 goals to win, or whoever has the most points at the end of the timer. We've got 1v1. This mini game, depending on how quick you are in your reflexes, it can end in a draw. I have seen it happen. But when one more point and Wario and Yoshi will claim victory. That puck moves very quickly after a while, though. You have to keep an eye on it. Oh, and it sneaks by. Yoshi and Wario take the victory. My goodness gracious. With 10 coins, I think we may be approaching the last turn here. Or was that the last turn? No, it wasn't the last turn. The last 2 turns. Okay. Next turn is the last turn. Another Bowser space. That is 3 Bowser spaces in a row. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Caught in a bad romance with Bowser. 30 coins for Bowser. My goodness, Bowser is just making off like a bandit, taking over half of Mario's coins. At this rate, it's a big question mark if anyone is going to get to that last star with enough coins in time. Luigi gets himself an item minigame, but will this be helpful? We do have some useful items on the board there. Let's see what Luigi will go after. I do apologize that I don't remember the specific name of this minigame, but it doesn't show you it in a roulette, so. Oh, and Luigi gets Baby Bowser, which means he gets no item. Poor Luigi. This has not been his game. It hasn't quite been Yoshi's game either, considering he started off so strong. He does not have enough coins, which pretty much means... Oh, he does get shot by a cannonball. And the happening spaces do count towards bonus stars too, so that is important. He might be able to get another star yet. Wario, lagging pretty far behind the other players, goes for a skeleton key. The skeleton key is an item that you can use very specifically on the map at gates much like this one, but Wario chooses not to take it. Also, he lands on a happening space, so maybe he wanted the happening space. But landing at start with Yoshi does trigger a duel minigame that does indeed count as a space. My gosh! Wario going for a straight up 10-coin showdown in Saber Swipes. He has dueled in 3 duels so far and he has lost both of them before this. Will he be able to claim a victory? No! Wario, for your favorite item being the dueling glove, you suck at duels. This gives Yoshi enough coins to get a star, but he is so far away from the star, he basically has no hope of getting it. At this rate, he'll probably just end up dueling Wario again. We have a 1 vs 3 minigame, Quicksand Cache. This is a bonus minigame, as the game calls it, where lots of coins rain down, and it is an opportunity to gain a lot of riches. Basically, the player in the middle controls the direction of the quicksand and tries to steer players away from the coins falling down. Anything that reaches the middle, Yoshi gets. Anything that the other players collect around the outside in the meantime, they get. But I find that this is typically a pretty difficult minigame for the one player to get a lot of coins on. Because while you do mess around with the other player's controls, they have more control than you would think. If they do get too close to the center though, they do lose outright. They get no other chance to collect coins. Wario coming out with a nice 25 coins. Everyone else, yeah, they got stuff too, I guess. My gosh. We are approaching the last turn of a very exciting first round to this tournament. There might be some shenanigans yet to happen, though. We could have a chance time right at the very end. Maybe. I don't know. And on the last turn, you cannot buy items from the shop or get items from mini-games, because most items you use at the beginning of your turn. Yoshi, getting himself a golden mushroom, might as well use it. It's the last turn. You're not going to have any opportunity otherwise. Gets himself a 7. A 7! And a 2. That's a little unfortunate, because if Yoshi rolled triple 7s, he would have gotten a very large coin bonus. If you roll 3 of the same number, you do get extra coins on the golden mushroom, and 2 of the same number on the regular mushroom. But if you roll triple or double 7s, you do get a significant amount of money. I forget the exact amount, but it's a lot. And Wario, on the last turn, lands on the bank space. Last roll of the last turn, he gets 45 coins and takes the coin lead. Whoa! Whoa! That's nuts. Mecha Marathon is our last minigame. Players have to mash the A and B button in order to wind up their fly guy. And whoever winds them up the most and has the fly guy fly off the farthest wins. Here we go. We get to see a flight take place. This fly guy from the first Mario Party was involved in a different sort of minigame that involved lots of control stick spinning and dug through many children's hands, which is why they use the A and B button on this version of the game. Oh, but Mario taking a commanding lead. Does he beat the record? No, not quite. Though I don't think the computer players can set the record regardless. Mario wins. The last minigame, very appropriate. He did win a lot of minigames this game, but we are on the end of the game, which means it's time to distribute bonus stars. First up, we get to see everyone's star count. Mario with 2, and their coin count, Wario at the last second taking a commanding lead in coins. First up, we have the minigame bonus star, and that clearly goes to Mario. He won the most minigames, so he is awarded the star. Next up, we have the coin star. Whoever had the most coins, and right at the last second, Wario claims that prize. And last is the happening star, whoever landed on the most happening spaces, and that also goes to Wario. Wait a minute. Wario just got 2 bonus stars. I believe he and Mario are tied right at the end of the game. Who is the superstar? What's this? Captain Bowser is here! Who will be able to stop him? Clearly, only the superstar can. But who is the superstar? I believe we just had an upset right at the end of the game. Captain Bowser going after the treasure, the fabled pirate treasure. Oh my goodness. He's about to probably decapitate that poor Koopa. Who can save him? Who goes there? Why, it's Wario! Right at the end of the game. Mario had such a commanding lead for most of that game. He won so many minigames. But that bank space just decided the game. The last space of the board, we get to see Wario duke it out with Bowser. Oh my goodness. A massive sword duel to, not the death, but Wario takes the victory and becomes the superstar of Pirate Land. My gosh, that was an intense first round. Wow. Oh my goodness. Wario, he's gotta win. He is the superstar. At the very last second, that bank space gave him the coin lead, which secured him a bonus star, which let him tie Mario for stars, which then gave him the victory because he had more coins than Mario. Wow. That was a crazy game. And that is only the first game of this tournament. Are you as excited as I am? Thank you very much for watching this round of the Mario Party 2 CPU tournament on the 64 Showcase. I'll see you next time for round 2, where 3rd and 4th place, Yoshi and Luigi, will face off against Princess Peach and Donkey Kong. Until then, this is Sparky, signing off for now. I'll catch you later.